We've just come in from day one of the Wasp Games. We had 3 races for both fleets, beautiful sunshine, wind was a little bit marginal at times, but generally it was full foiling conditions, so the race team did everything they could to get it off. It's brilliant to see so many boats heading out onto the water, and especially in the fjord here in Sandefjord, because the geography of the place it's wide enough that you're not squashing into each other, but it's narrow enough that the boats are able to tack along the shore and come back in. So the fleet goes out and suddenly the whole fjord is just filled with foiling boats just crossing back and forth in front of each other, and it is spectacular. Around the boat park, I'd say the vibes are pretty high. We've got very distinct areas of the boat park. So we've got a sort of British, American, German section that has music that's sort of just chilling out, kind of like lobby music. And then you go over to the Italian, Spanish section and they're pumping Latin music. And then you go over to the Norwegian and Northern European section and there's like some drum and bass Euro trash going on. And it's really cool to walk around and see everybody just having a great time in the sunshine and really sort of embracing their nationalities as well. We're really looking forward to a solid forecast for the rest of the week, and tomorrow could be big.
First time ever sailing in a regatta was the pre-game, so this is, I guess, my second ever event in the Wasp. Today was an interesting day. I'm a little bit too heavy and a little bit not skilled enough to sail around the course effectively on days like today where it was quite light, but it was still good fun and looking forward to more sailing this week. I used to do a lot of regattas when I was younger and was looking back into getting into more international racing and really into foiling, so it's not many classes like the Wasp class that have such a big fleet, and I was already coming over to coach for Youth Worlds in Lake Garda, so I was already over here and figured I might as well compete as well while I'm here in Europe. I think it just makes, foiling and racing in a class that's a foiling class so accessible. In the Wasp class, it's affordable, quite easy to learn. I'm completely self-taught and I'm getting around the race course, so at least that shows it's not too tricky to learn. Yeah, I just always been kind of interested in it and glad to be here, finally sailing the boat. It's such a new class. I mean, usually the people that design boats like the lasers, the more traditional classes are long gone, but it kind of shows you, it's more impressive. The class has grown so much that, even the person that made the boat is still around and sailing, and you have almost 200 boats here. I think it's fantastic that you get to race against people like all walks of life. There's kids, there's older people sailing, there's myself who's somewhere in between at the moment. And yeah, I think it's cool that all these different people are all sailing this class.
It's awesome on the island. We've each got our own little area, so we're with a lot of English-speaking people, and yeah, everyone's just so nice and willing to share information, which is good.
Yeah, and on water, it's super competitive, so it's really good to just watch people, and you can just learn by watching, which is really nice for me. So yeah, it's amazing. Great racing, great starts. So happy to be here. Yeah, it's definitely hectic, that's for sure. So just trying to get off the start line is like just the first part of the race, but it's probably the hardest, I'd have to say. Like, there's just so many boats, everyone's doing different speeds, whether they're foiling or they're not foiling. So just trying to get out of there in the first place is, it's tricky. And then, coming into the gates is always fun as well. So I think today with the light air, it was actually, not too bad, but the forecast is, expected to have a bit more breeze. So it's going to get a bit more gnarly, I reckon, but we'll see. I think one of the main differences is like everyone here is just trying to have fun. Like, obviously the Olympic class is super competitive and you get that here too, but I think there's just such a lovely vibe in the boat park. Everyone's willing to share, little tips that they've learned and kind of keys to their racing today. Like even just today we had 2 of our top competitors just doing a Q&A, which is something you don't really get in the Olympic classes. So yeah, it's really lovely. Everyone's just happy to help.
Yeah, so I've been away for like 2 months just doing Wasp stuff everywhere. It's really great because you can just charter boats, like they're just such an easy boat to just get around, and everyone's just so friendly. Like when we were in Hawaii earlier in the year, everyone was hosted by families, and yeah, it's just such an easy class to be involved in. I think Wasp does a really good job at just choosing the best locations. They choose really flat water, really nice venues, usually warm, windy. It's just, you can always expect a good time with Wasp.
Yeah, and the hospitality is fantastic. Like, we had free burgers this afternoon, and we're here on this island, and there's shuttles back and forth. So it's just super accommodating. You know that if you turn up to an event that you're going to be taken care of. So it's really nice.